With Qantas Wallabies coach Robbie Deans, and Robbie obviously disappointing 49-28 against the All Blacks, assessment of the match?
Well, yeah, clearly not the outcome we were seeking. Frustrating night. We spent most of the night with 14 men, and when you're playing the All Blacks, you're just halving your prospects, and that was the reality. Having said that, the second half was 17-14, I think the score was to the All Blacks with a last minute converted try. So at that point, when we got some possession and got some shape to our game, we were able to build some constructive rugby. But prior to that, first half, and within that, there were elements where we just kept assisting them.
Well, you talk about possession, and every time you scored, whether it be a try or whether Giddo knocked over a penalty goal, you seemed to lose the kick-off and be back inside your 22.
That's right. And the All Blacks made us pay. Possession's critical against these blokes. And they were able to build pressure where we weren't in the first half. We dropped off a lot of tackles, and obviously when you stretch like that, 14 men against 15, the likelihood is blokes are going to be stretched to defend. But yeah, frustrating night.
When you did have possession, were you pleased with the patience that they showed, particularly inside the All Blacks quarter, to hang on to the ball and eventually try and get across the stripe, and the fact that you came out with 3 tries shows that the attack at times was potent?
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of courage shown defensively, defending with 14 men. There was some good rugby played with 14 men against 15, because the All Blacks were fair having a crack at the breakdown because they had the luxury of an extra man. We weren't able to get the momentum we wanted out of that part of the game, but that's probably not surprising under the circumstance. But as you say, the boys showed a lot of patience, and while scoring 3, an ounce of luck, could have got 4, but summed the night up really.
Reality of it is they came in with pretty high hopes here to Melbourne. You've got a turnaround now of 7 days playing them again in Christchurch. How difficult will it be for you now to get these guys up, given that the fact that it's been so long since they've beaten the All Blacks? How are you going to be able to shape the next week to make sure that they go in with confidence?
By turning to the things that need to be done, recovery will be a big one. It'll be the 3rd test match in succession. So getting their bodies right first, and then getting their minds right. I think one thing that came out of the second half probably was a shift in the mindset, and we've just got to take that forward and be a lot more accurate around a lot of little stuff, restarts, tackles obviously, but some of the decision making around allowing a score straight after a score from us where all we had to do was carry the ball or clear it. We just gave them a leg up, and I think there's enough in the second half for us to latch onto, and we just have to.